Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have another Should You Buy. If you guys are unfamiliar with the series, basically I try to bring a fast-paced review. That way you guys can get a lot of information about a set in as little time as possible. Today we are going to be taking a look at set number 75238, the Action Battle Endor Assault, 193 pieces. I think a big fault at a lot of people is judging it from their specific point of view, which is completely fair, but obviously this set's going to be catered towards the younger audience who does play. The two minifigures included are the Scout Trooper, and then we have Wicket the Ewok, and of course lots of really cool play features, a cool speeder bike and a cool Endor Tree. So then on the back of the box we just have some more information, some more pretty cool graphics and play features, obviously with the tree and the speeder bike displays respectively. But first let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the minifigures. One of them is going to be an Ewok. More specifically, it's going to be Wicket. Now he also does come with a really cool spear, which is actually going to be on the side of the tree right here. Now the figure itself is pretty cool. I mean, it's a generic Ewok. It's been a while since we've gotten Ewok figures, definitely from Lego. Obviously the parts are pretty much the same. The whole top portion of the Ewok is one mold, and then we have a very simple torso and then mid legs right there. But then we can go ahead and talk about my favorite minifigure in the set, and honestly one of my favorites of the entire new wave. Here is the brand new 2019 Lego Scout Trooper. My favorite part of this minifigure has definitely got to be the helmet. Lego's recently done some changes to the helmet, and I gotta say it looks absolutely gorgeous. Obviously we have that classic white visor going on the top, and of course then the black sort of eye shields that go where the eyes would be. But overall 360 view of the helmet, it looks absolutely fantastic. I do hope Lego does more sets or creates more sets where these guys are going to be a little bit more easily obtained, but obviously that definitely adds to the value of this minifigure. And then we do have some more very nicely detailed armor printing on the front torso and the front legs. And then we got some very simple printing on the back here, supposed to obviously represent that backpack that we all know and love from the Scout Trooper. Honestly, one of my favorite Trooper variants. Ever since I saw them in episode 6, they've been one of my favorite variants of Troopers from the Empire. And I gotta say the new rendition of this figure from Lego is really, really great. I do hope that Lego does make more sets with this guy in it, but that also does mean simultaneously that this set definitely has a little bit of an added value because this is the only set where you can get this brand new minifigure. Alrighty guys, here's everything that comes in this 193 piece set, the Action Battle Endor Assault. You have two different sort of unique standing items here. Now on the left, we are going to have something that sort of mimics an Ewok tree. Of course, it is supposed to be on Endor, and of course we're gonna have our Ewok buddy there and a little bit of a Rebel logo, which we will get into in just a second. The other sort of standalone item here is going to be a little bit of a platform for an Imperial speeder bike, and of course the brand new Scout Trooper. And then of course we do have that little target logo here on the bottom, and then the only other two things that we're gonna have here are gonna be the two sort of blaster, sort of shooter guys, who are obviously gonna be very important parts of this Action Battle Attack set. So first off, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this sort of Endor Tree. Obviously it's supposed to be a smaller set. There's below 200 pieces in the set, so nothing crazy that Lego can do. Making a very simple tree, at least from the very front. The back looks definitely a little bit more ugly, but then again, I don't think this set's gonna be for people who are looking for necessarily great aesthetics. On the top, we have a couple of leaves here. We have some dark green and regular green. The tree itself is made up of a couple of brown slopes and then brown bricks. So very cool stuff here, very simple, which is definitely good for people who are going to be getting the set. Again, I don't think for this specific set it's going to be for people who are looking for a necessarily aesthetically pleasing or display set. So basically how this area works here, we do have that target on the bottom, and of course that's going to link to a couple of things up top. All you have to do is put your Ewok right there, and then of course you set up your tree, and then you go ahead and grab the missile launcher, you fire the missile launcher at the pad itself, and then your Ewok falls down. Again, this is a really, really cool play feature. I'm happy that Lego is doing this, not gonna lie. Even though I am 20 years old, I do have fun shooting these things every now and then if I'm just kind of trying to take a shot at the Ewok there, and it works. So it's a really, really fun play set. I know there's been a lot of controversy and sort of just negative feedback around the set, but I'm definitely one to disagree with that. I think the target demographic for who this is aimed at is going to work perfectly. And then the other standalone part here, the set's going to be the sort of stand for the speeder bike. But first off, let's actually talk about the speeder bike. Very simplistic, definitely gets the job done. Again, for a set that's under 200 pieces, obviously you can see how the pieces are distributed. I think Lego did a pretty good job with the speeder. It definitely looks very recognizable, which is pretty much the most important thing for me. Very, very simple, very light. Now there is no studs obviously where the seat would go, because the point is obviously the Scout Trooper is supposed to fly off whenever the round target here is shot. So it actually is going to lock it into the display area right here, so that way it doesn't kind of flimsy around. You can kind of lock it in pretty securely. And then once again, you go ahead and take your blue shooter, which is supposed to represent the Rebel Alliance. You aim it at the target right there, and then your guy goes kaboom. So that right there is pretty much the maximum of the play features. And I gotta say, I think it's really cool. I'm really happy that LEGO has done this, especially for younger kids. So obviously, I think that the main point of the set is going to be revolving around younger audiences who are definitely looking to play with their set. Now, in the end, would I recommend buying the Action Battle Endor Assault? I gotta say, if you're someone who's gonna be playing with your LEGO, if you have some kids, or if you yourself will be actively using the set and playing with the shooters, definitely, it's a really fun set, and even nonetheless, even if you don't want to use the set, you can still have these guys. Obviously, the biggest reason why I got the set's gonna be the new Scout Trooper, who I think looks absolutely fantastic, but that's besides the point. Obviously, you can get the Scout Trooper and pay significantly less than the entire value of the set if you're just looking for that one minifigure. But guys, that is going to wrap up the Should You Buy for the Action Battle Endor Assault. Let me know what you guys think down below. Again, I urge you to sort of put yourself in a really young kid's shoes. Try to imagine if you were going to play with this set and how much fun you'd have with it. I do love it. I think it's really fun, and that's kind of all I have to say about it. So guys, thank you all for watching. Put a like down below, and of course, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I'll see y'all later. Take it easy, fam. Peace.